All right, we should be live on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We are live on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? How are you all doing today? I'm hearing like the ice cream truck. And the ice cream truck is over there. It is like 67 degrees right now, even though it doesn't look like it, but it does feel like it. So, you know, only in California do you have ice cream trucks selling ice cream at the park during winter. Now, don't get me wrong, ice cream can be consumed, all year round in the comfort of your home. Even if it's cold outside, you have the heat on. It's all good. But, when it's cold at the park, you figure it'd be very difficult to sell ice cream. But hey, it's 67 degrees today, so the ice cream man, well, we can have ice cream women too nowadays. No disrespect, ladies. I've never seen an ice cream woman. I've never seen a lady run an ice cream truck. I'm sure somewhere on the planet there are women running ice cream trucks, but I've never seen them here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Is that you, Cynthia? Hey, good evening, says Cynthia. Good afternoon. Good evening. You're probably on the East Coast. That's right. Yeah, it's evening there. It's early afternoon here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm out and about for another walk with purpose. Episode number 644. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know. That dude stopped for a second and then turned around. Let me see. Oh boy, Anyway, you gotta keep an eye out, keep your eyes and ears open. And as a man, never keep any of your valuables in your back pocket. Never leave or put your wallet in your back pocket. I always put my stuff in my front pockets and have zippers to zip them up. That basically minimizes any chances of being pickpocketed. Anyway, yeah, that dude back there looked kind of sketch. Hey Donna, how you doing? 10:30 p.m. here in the UK. I'm actually awake for a live. Wonderful. Yeah, unfortunately, Don and I are going to be going live tonight. Members only. I'm going to share more about that here in a little bit. And it's going to be too late for you, but yeah, it's been a lot going on for Don and I off of YouTube. We've had so much to do, and Don's gonna probably talk about it on the members only live stream tonight. Let's just talk about that real briefly here, or very briefly here, and we'll mention it throughout the show. And this show is just a show where you can ask any questions, any business or personal questions in the chat. If you are not a channel member or a moderator and you don't want to become a channel member, you can chat by sending a super chat and type in your question there, but I will make it very clear. No ad hominem attacks, meaning that you cannot ask me any questions regarding outside of the scope of business and personal success coaching. Sure, you can ask me my opinions about things or what's worked for me, but no attacking, no trolling, no hating, no ad hominem attacks, no questioning whether I'm qualified or not to do this. None of that bullshit. I'm warning you folks before you send super chats saying, hey, Eli, you said you can ask any questions. Well, I'm stating my disclaimer so you don't waste your money. So for the next 45 minutes to an hour or so, and I got to really boogie oogie because the 49ers are in the NFC Championship game against the Lions. It starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, and I'm running behind because there are just so many things to do at home. And I'm helping Dawn with a lot of things lately. And she'll probably share more about that tonight on the Members Only live stream. Hey, Bruley Lauren. Hey, Eli. Here's my question. How are you and Dawn doing? LOL. If I wake up, I'll tune in, says Donna. 3:30 a.m. here. Okay, yeah, no worries, Donna. If not, you can catch the replay and make comments. The replay will be members only as well for the show tonight. We are going to do our very best to very soon do a members only live, earlier. It's just we've had a lot going on, and Dawn's been dealing with some health things, and I'm going to leave it up to her, to discuss what she wants to discuss tonight on the members only live stream. But Lauren, yeah, besides that, we're doing well. How are you and your husband doing? How's your entire family doing, Lauren? Yeah, things are going great, and I gotta say that I'm really proud of Dawn over the last couple of days. She's starting to eat a lot more, and she's really done an amazing job working through a lot of the demons that every one of us has. We all have demons, right, Lauren? I mean, every person has demons, but every person, male or female, handles things differently, right? And sometimes it takes certain people longer to figure things out than others, and that's just the way it goes, right? But, Dawn has had a come to Jesus moment recently, like last couple days. And I'm not going to say too much because, look, if she wants to talk about things, I'll leave that up to her. And if she puts stuff out there that, certain people want to trash talk, then that's on Dawn. She can't blame me for it, right? But if I bring things up and people trash her, right, or trash me or trash us, right, then it's always the funny thing, Lauren, is even if it's her that initiated it, she'll probably still, no, she wouldn't blame me, but it would still be my fault, right, because everything is Coach Eli's fault. I assume all responsibility for every person's actions on the face of the planet. Whew, yeah, I'll get to the chat here in a second. Thanks, Really. Lauren says, Donna, glad Dawn is doing better, says Donna. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Donna. Lauren says, Burley Lauren says, great. We have been staying super busy, haven't had much time for online lately. And Donna says, it's like another language. Yeah. It's like another language. Yeah. Well, anyway. Give me a second here. So that's good. You and your husband and family are doing well. Lauren, you haven't had much time. I mean, January is typically a busy month for people, and it's typically the slowest month on YouTube. I can definitely tell, like this month, ad revenue is down, super chats and super stickers and super thanks and crowdfunding, it's just down. It's just, it's typically busy a second half of the year. But, January, yeah, we're looking at, views are down, money's down, everything's down more than 50%. Let's just put it that way. And that's just the way it goes, And you have to expect that as a long-time YouTuber. I've been doing this full-time over 6 years, and it is what it is. So, everyone's busy. Everyone's trying to start off the new year right. And in addition, Lauren, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been this huge trend on YouTube where many longtime creators are quitting, and then every creator is making an I'm quitting video, or why are people quitting YouTube? It's like this platform has been flooded with those I'm quitting or why are people quitting YouTube videos for the last 3 weeks, almost a month since the new year. And I'm like, is that really the most positive way to start off the new year? By quitting YouTube or talking about why YouTubers are quitting? Like, the amount of negativity on this platform is bad enough as it is, but starting off the new year in an extremely negative way is just, it really pisses me off, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have seen that a lot. It is strange. Buying a new car tomorrow. Well, congratulations, Lauren. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great to hear that. Thank you very much to the 14 people that are here and the 2 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. We're only going to do 2 laps here because, again, the San Francisco 49ers, our football team here in the San Francisco Bay Area, are in the NFC Championship game, and they're playing the Lions. Game starts at 3:30 Pacific my time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And Don and I will be watching that. Let me see here. Give me a second here. I got to run out to the supermarket and find some spinach artichoke dip. I couldn't find it. I went shopping at the supermarket last night at Lucky. We have Lucky and Safeway in our area here, and Lucky didn't have any fresh or frozen spinach artichoke dip, but we have a high-end, prissy supermarket called Key Market. I like the market, don't get me wrong, but I mean, they have, like 5-star or 10-star products there. They have a lot of the regular stuff supermarkets have, but they also have like higher end, like sweets and pastries and shit like that from like local bakeries, like top-notch stuff. And you're paying like $9 for 6 little danishes that are high quality. They're high quality though, don't get me wrong, but it's expensive. But I'm gonna go there and see if they have some spinach artichoke dip right after the show before I go home. And then right after the the NFC Championship game ends, I have the stream set for 7:30. Typically, a football game is going to last close to 3 hours, including the post-game show. So we're looking at a 7:30 start time for the members-only live stream tonight. And Don and I are going to be discussing how to become a better person. We're going to talk about how to become a better person. And, it's a topic that may sound stupid, may sound like, oh, why are you talking about something so obvious, Eli? Everyone knows that they want to become a better person. There should be a better person. Well, yeah, it's true. You're probably right. If you're thinking that way, you're probably right. But I'm talking about it because even though you folks out there know you should you should become a better person or try to become a better person or strive to become better, you folks don't do it. You lack the desire to do it for whatever reason, right? So I'm just here to motivate and inspire you to get things going, right? See, a lot of what coaches do is not tell people what to do. We help people accomplish what they want to accomplish. We help people get what they want. And it's not that you folks don't know what you need to do. You're just not motivated or inspired to do it. So we motivate and inspire people to better their lives. I was hoping it would be the Ravens and Niners, but Ravens are losing. Well, do you see that game last week, Lauren? The Niners and Packers? So the Niners have home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. And last week here in the San Francisco Bay Area, in Santa Clara, where the Niners play now at Levi Stadium, that was like, in my opinion and many others, that was like the Super Bowl. I mean, you basically saw the Super Bowl last week. I mean, the Niners played like crap, but they still found a way to win, playing their worst game of the entire year. I mean, they played crappy D. Their offense wasn't even that great. But it was a hell of a game with many lead changes, and it was a comeback. It was just, it was a nail biter the entire time. And, you know, everyone's thinking, and I'm even thinking, you know, the Niners should have no problem just easily winning the rest of the way. But, you know, you know the famous saying, Lauren, it's not over till the fat lady sings, right? Can we still say that in this modern world of equality and, you know, all of this stuff going around protecting certain classes or protecting men and women and races and shaming and all that? Can we even say it's not over until the fat lady sings anymore? Would somebody take offense to that? I'm sure they would. Did you hear about that story? Happened a couple weeks ago. Which story? No, I usually work on Sundays, so I miss a lot of games, but I did hear about the 3 dead Chiefs fans. That story is crazy. No, what happened? I didn't hear about that. Was that at the game? Was that at a game? They're going to take away all our sayings before too long, LOL. Well, you're probably right. Well, Lauren, you know what started this, right? No disrespect, Lauren. You know, I've got a girlfriend, and you're a good woman, and you got a husband, right? But it was the feminist movement that started all this, right? That's what it was. It was the feminist movement that started all this, which is fine. You know, the women's movement had a purpose to, you know, get women equal civil rights, which should have always been there, right? No problem with that. But what stemmed off of that is, you know, now, you know, everybody wants to have like special privileges, right? Now you can't even just crack a joke anymore to lighten the mood without someone getting offended in some way, shape, or form, right? So it's almost kind of like we all have to walk on eggshells or dance around eggshells, right? And it's pretty sad, you know? It's really sad. And, you know, sometimes even if you crack a joke as a man and the woman knows you're joking, she can still pretend to be offended and basically, you know, take you down, right? Give me a second. I gotta mute this because there's some copyrighted music playing in the background. I'll be back in a few. All right, we should be back. Let me know if you can hear me. Lauren says after the Chiefs game, they were found 2 days later in the friend's yard. You should totally look the story up. It's all over YouTube. Read what I said while we wait. LOL. Okay, no, I'm back. I'm back, Lauren. Yeah, I had to mute because even though there's protection for mobile streams from incidental copyrighted music, I don't take any chances. And a couple of young dudes had, one of those old school ghetto blasters, and they're blaring metal music, heavy metal music at the park. They had it full tilt. Anyway, it is what it is, right? And here on the other side of the park, we've got Mr. Softies here. I love soft serve, and people are buying soft serve cones. Lauren, it's the middle of winter, towards the end of January, and here in the Bay Area, it's 67 degrees, and people are selling Mr. Softy ice cream cones in the winter. We got vendors out here. I mean, there's another ice cream van right there. It's actually not a bad day, to be honest with you. LOL, yeah. Yeah, those are making a comeback, LOL. What's making a comeback, Lauren? Are you saying like soft serve cones? Soft serve cones have always been popular. Yeah, it's in the 67 degrees. That's tropical. Just above freezing here. Yeah, it's in the 30s here, says Lauren. Those boombox. Oh, the boom boxes. Yeah, the boom. Oh, that's right. You're talking about the boom boxes. Yeah. Yeah, remember that, Lauren? We used to use D batteries. These millennials and Gen Zers, they probably, if you said, we used to put D batteries in these ghetto blasters. We used to call them ghetto blasters or boom boxes, right? Ghetto blaster. That's funny, right? And you used to have to put like 6 or 8 big ass Duracell or Energizer D batteries in there, right? I mean, these batteries are like, you take a AA battery, it's 10 times the size of a AA battery. That's like a D battery. Like it's like maybe like 7 to 10 times the size of a AA battery. And you needed those big batteries to power that thing for portability. And then these dudes would walk around blasting this thing in their ears. And no wonder why they blow their eardrums out and can't hear as they get older, because they blast this thing, they go like this, Very pretty claws for sure. I remember the ghetto blaster, says Donna. Ha ha ha, oh my God, D batteries, yeah. No, I bet these millennials and Gen Zers don't even know what a D battery is, Lauren. They haven't had the need to use them because everything we use now is on our smartphone. It has a built-in lithium-ion battery that's more powerful and compact than those 8 big-ass D batteries we use to power the ghetto blaster. All right? I'm feeling very old, says Donna. Well, Donna, you're around my age and Lauren's age. You're not that old. I just turned 50 and I feel fucking fantastic. I mean, I have my days, don't get me wrong. I've had constipation issues for life, and I deal with that regularly, and I get sick every now and then, but besides that, hey, I feel freaking great. Lauren, Donna, you're in good company. I remember not having caller ID. Right. Right. I remember when caller ID first came out. You would think the San Francisco Bay Area, the tech capital of the world pretty much, would get all the technology first, right? But we were one of the last places to get caller ID. We were one of the last places to get fiber internet or faster internet. Japan got faster internet like 5 to 10 years before we did, right? And other parts of the country got faster internet than we did out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Now, they would test market things in certain markets, like 1 or 2 cities in the Bay Area, but it wasn't until the last, I'd say, 4 to 5 years that now here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we finally have, cell towers everywhere. We have fiber internet pretty much everywhere, and, we've pretty much caught up with other areas that had these things years before we did, even though we invented this stuff. You would figure the area that created all this stuff would get it first, right? Cassettes are big here, so are vinyl records. Something else coming back. We've barely got fiber now. Yeah, because you're in a rural area. Typically, rural areas will get fiber last. Eventually, the whole entire world will be run off of fiber, just like we used to be run off of copper wire. And I'll say this. Fiber is, I'll tell you, it is extremely stable. It is extremely reliable. It is not susceptible to electrical interference, just like copper wire is, right? It is better coated than copper wire, so animals can't get to it as much as they can get to copper wire. Fiber has virtually unlimited bandwidth capacity, whereas phone lines are limited to what they can push through, like copper wire. Fiber works off of glass strands. It works off of light. So it's very clean and unlimited. So, once they get fiber in, like, here's the thing. I've had fiber at my place now for 4 years since it came out. Gig up, gig down. I could actually get 5 gig up and 5 gig down. But that's just too much. I don't need that much bandwidth. A gig up and a gig down is plenty. But, once people get fiber, it's there, and you never really have to replace it. Now, sometimes if a tree falls and cuts the line or something, every so often something freak happens. But for the most part, I've had fiber 4 years, and it's gone down maybe twice in 4 years for a total of 15 minutes. Now, there was a time where a tree trimmer cut my fiber line, and I had to have AT&T come and replace that. But that wasn't AT&T's fault. But I'm talking about like normal outages, like when I had like DSL, which came over copper wire, that thing would go down at least like once every 6 months, and I had to have AT&T come out and repair the line and all that. Was a pain in the ass. With fiber, virtually no issues. I remember when cordless phones came out, we were so cool that we didn't have to stay in one room. Right, you're right, Bertie Lauren. Cordless phones were practically a miracle. Yeah, that is true. No, that is absolutely true. You know, cordless phones. We all loved them. When they first came out with the metal antenna you would slide up, right? And they did it that way because it was unscrewable and people would break it. So they would they would replace their antenna. And they made lots of money with replacements. And then down the road, they made the antenna hard plastic so you couldn't break it, right? You remember that? They went from, my family had one of the first AT&T cordless phones. And it had a metal antenna that you would elevate, right? Remember those car antennas that used to go up and down? Now your car antennas are on your windshield. Like, you don't see car antennas anymore whipping in the wind, right? They're all integrated into your windshield and other parts of your car, right? But those were like $1 a minute, and they were the size of a brick. And if you're rich, you had a car phone. Right. You had the big backpack. You would carry around the backpack with the big, huge ass. I think it was nickel cadmium back then. Nickel cadmium was like one of the first rechargeable batteries. And those were not the best batteries. And they came out with nickel metal hydrate, which were better than nickel cadmium. But they still suffered from that memory loss feature, right? And then they came out with what we have now, and it's the future, is nickel metal hydrate. You know? Not nickel metal hydrate, that was before. I'm talking about lithium ion. Sorry, L-ion, lithium ion, right? So nickel metal hydrate was the successor to nickel cadmium, and then lithium ion was the successor to all of them. And it's been that way since, because you don't have the memory loss with lithium ion batteries. You don't have to fully discharge them before you recharge them. They last longer and they have better capacity. Final lap here, folks. AZ Prod, how you doing, man? How's it going, brother? The YouTube chat is working perfectly again. So today we're just talking about anything. Ask any questions, personally, professionally, or we can just talk about whatever. Talk about the past and how we've evolved. And just to remind you folks, once again, tonight, about an hour after the 49er Lions game, that starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific in my neck of the woods here. It's around 7:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific. Dawn and I are going to go live on the couch. We're going to actually do it from the couch. Dawn changed her mind. We decided to do it on the couch, no big deal. On the couch with Don and Eli live. And we're going to be talking about how to become a better person. And even if you are already a good person, you can still become a better person. Everyone can get value from this. Okay? Everyone can get value from this, even if you're already a good person. Because you always want to strive to be better, right? For me, one of my idols that I inspire in a similar space that I do is Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins just did a 3-day seminar live on his Tony Robbins channel here on YouTube. And I was watching as much of it as I could. I mean, they're long, and they're all-day events. He did it through video, and he was also promoting his upcoming Unleash the Power Within event. I think he was selling tickets. I think it's an in-person event this time. I can't remember what city it's in. But I've been to Unleash the Power Within. I've said it before many times. And even if you feel you already have a decent grip on your life, going to Unleash the Power Within, regarding Tony Robbins, or going to a Tony Robbins event, Unleash the Power Within, will change your life. I had a lot of experience before attending the Tony Robbins event. And I actually attended, when was it? God, it was almost 10 years ago, was it? Like 8 to 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly. And I was already very experienced in this personal development thing and running events and all that. But even I had a transformation going there. There's 4 teams left, I believe, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it is the game before the Super Bowl, Lauren. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it's nice to see the YouTube chat working properly again. Oh, man. Every time there's a major iPhone update, it seems to play tricks with the YouTube app. But I think YouTube has just figured out what they need to do much more quickly now to put out updates on the YouTube app on both iOS and Android. What's the Super Bowl? It's the football championship game. Well, not the championship game is each division has a championship game. That's what's happening today, NFC, AFC. And then the Super Bowl is for the world championship. So it's the world championship. Kind of like baseball calls it the World Series. We, for football, which to us, football to you, Donna, is like soccer to us. But this is American football is where you throw the ball, or you kick the ball for a field goal, or you punt it. It's an oval ball where your football is like our soccer with the round ball. I know us Americans can be a bit confusing. Lawrence, the Super Bowl is once a year where all the football teams play all season, and then it's like a process of limitations. Well, the Super Bowl is the last 2 teams remaining, Lauren. The Super Bowl is played by the winner of the AFC Championship game and the winner of the NFC Championship game for the World Championship of football. So it's the National Football Conference and the American Football Conference, AFC, NFC. This is to win your conference, and then both conferences play in the Super Bowl for the World Championship. That's that. Yes, of course, I know that I was simplifying that for her, LOL. Okay, yeah, Eli, you missed my question again. Thanks, I'm learning it's like our World Cup. Get you. Yeah, exactly. Well, the World Cup, we're a part of it too in the U.S., but the U.S. sucks at soccer, meaning your football, right? The U.S. sucks at soccer football, right? We call it soccer. It's so confusing. We're horrible. I asked if you and Robert were okay. Well, yeah, I wasn't really going to talk about any of that, Lauren, but I don't have a problem. Um, I'm cool talking about anyone in the gig economy. I'm just not talking about any people from the former drama group. Don and I have totally shut out the former drama group. We're done, with the exception of a few good people like yourself. People that are respectful and stuff like yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you're talking about Robert Reese. I gotta say, I kind of like the guy. Well, I see. I haven't been around, so I'm behind on what's going on. No, that's okay, Lauren. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So hot facts. You're talking about hot facts with Robert Reese. Look, I don't have a problem with Robert or anyone in the gig economy. Neither does Don. The truth of the matter is, Don and I have no problems with anyone. We don't hate anyone per se. We don't even hate people that have tried to destroy our lives, right? What we don't like is grown-ass adults behaving like little kids, trying to distract what we're trying to create out here genuinely, right? What we don't respect and don't appreciate is when you have grown-ass adults in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, male and female, but primarily it's more so the men, right? Coming out here on YouTube and doing stupid shit to get attention, taking things into real life to try to get more attention, views, trying to ruin other people's lives. So that way they can feel like they're important and they have a purpose out here. Like they make doing those types of things their purpose, right? Now, as far as Robert goes, okay, I don't think Robert is a bad guy. Robert is, the truth of the matter is, Robert is capable of doing, in my opinion, far greater things than he's doing on his Hot Facts with Robert Reese channel, right? I think Robert does great interviews. And I think Robert would be somebody that could be a good journalist and, do some positive things out here on YouTube. But when I was collaborating with Robert, he saw me as the lolcow, drama queen, and he tried to play it off like, he really respected me and stuff like that. And he even said that his wife respected Don, which I can believe that. I'm not putting any of this on his wife, but his wife is a part of it. His wife, they both work the gig economy, and when Robert's doing the shows, his wife is right there next to him in the car or wherever they're at. She helps him with, some of the, clerical stuff, right? She helps him, manage the shows, right? He seemed to listen to the wrong people on things, but in the end, for the most part, figured it out himself. Yes, I like the collab you and him did. He was one of my favorite people you worked with in the last 6 years. It was very level, respectful, and you guys flowed very well. Has the stuff with the other side calmed down? I don't know, Lauren. I don't pay attention to it. I couldn't answer that. Um, I don't pay attention to any of the other side. Um, you know, I made a video when I put things to members only for a while, about a month and a half ago or so, and I just said I'm not talking about any of this ever again. Now, I know you haven't been around, and it's all good. I totally get it, but I really don't know what's going on. I'm just taking things one day at a time, and maybe so. You know, um, yes, I think it changed in the end. Donna, you said it better. He used you and exploited the situation in my view. No, he did. He absolutely exploited me. He did no different to me than what Pedro and Hannibal were doing and what other creators have done for the last 6 years in the former drama group that I'm saying I'm no longer talking. I haven't talked about them. I'm only responding to this, for example, purposes. The more you respond, the more you feed the beast. No, that is true, Donna, but also the more that they think they can get to you, the more they'll come at you. The bottom line is, it's like, none of this gets to me at all anymore. It hasn't gotten to me in years, right? But some people think that they can continue to exploit the same thing that's been exploited regarding myself for the last 6 years. And then when Dawn came into my life, they started to come at her as a way to further exploit me, right? And people played that out for over 2 years. Now that's old, right? So the whole thing is old, right? There's nowhere left to go with this, right? It's been so played out that, even my haters, are kind of bored of it because it's the same old thing. There's nothing new. Eli has gotten way better with that over time. A positive for sure and a compliment to Eli. Well, thank you, Lauren. I never watched those guys. Don't even know their channels. But I think if Eli wouldn't have called it off with him, I think the show would have been a success, but I could always be wrong. Well, Lauren, it would have been a success for Robert and not for me. I'm going to give you some credit for that. Let me explain this to you, Lauren. When people run drama channels or partial drama channels, and don't get me wrong, Robert is partially a drama channel, right? You admitted yourself, Lauren, that you're a drama channel. I respect you for admitting that, right? I can respect someone that admits that, right? Right, says AZ Prod. I'm sorry if I got on a subject you didn't want to talk about Eli. I just don't know where you were. No, it's fine, Lauren. This is an ask any question thing, and you're being respectful about it, Lauren. You're not attacking me. Like, I don't have a problem people asking me legitimate questions if they're not attacking me, and that's why you're a mod here, and this is for members, channel members, and moderators, and anyone that wants to super chat. The bottom line is, these drama channels, they're looking at, talking smack about lol cows. I don't consider myself a lol cow. These people know I'm not a lol cow, but they tried to, make me into a lol cow and continue to present me as a lol cow to the Coach Eli hater audience, which has been a group of about 30 to 50. The Coach Eli hate audience was once over 200 people, and it dwindled down to about 50 people. And now there's about 25 to 30 active Coach Eli haters still, right? And these people will go anywhere, anytime, 24/7, where someone either has me on their channel or is trash talking me, right? And when you have creators like Robert Reese, no disrespect, When he's not talking about drama or myself, he's getting 5 to 10 to 15 people on his stream. When he has me there or is talking about me, he has 30, 40, 50 people there. So that's the way Robert and these people are looking at it, right? But that while that benefits them, it doesn't benefit me, right? You got to understand, Lauren, and I think this is what Donna's saying. A collaboration should be and needs to be mutually beneficial. All of these collaborations that these people have done with me have been one-sided. It's been all them and none me, nothing about me. That's why I left. And I asked Robert that, hey, there are certain things I don't want to talk about and can't talk about. I'm dealing with some things behind the scenes, right? I can't talk about these things. Yet he would still ask me about those things, right? Because once you're on the show there, even if the host makes a promise that he's not going to ask you certain things, they can still do it. Then it puts you on the spot, and it creates more controversy live on the air, right? Which is what apparently he wanted, right? I just felt that, and Robert, if you want to clip me, I don't give a shit. I just felt that Robert was one-sided with having me on that show. There was maybe initially there was some value, but as the show went on, like it was growing Robert and wasn't growing me. And if something's not growing me but growing someone else at my expense, I'm out. And a lot of that happening was the way that Robert was steering the show. He was steering the show to my haters. He was intentionally, he's not going to admit it, but he was catering the show to my haters. That were the majority of his audience. And that's not going to help me. Those people are never going to, they would super chat Robert, but they're not super chatting me. They're not helping me. And look, if it's not a mutually beneficial thing, why should I keep doing it? I had to look up the lolcow, meaning LOL. My days of you and I attacking each other are long gone. I know that, Lauren. Lauren, my drama channel, in my opinion, drama channels, including myself, are getting boring because it is the same thing over and over. I'm ready to go another productive direction. Go for it, Lauren, says Donna. Donna, trust me, the real lolcows on YouTube are really bad. Exactly, you were exploited, says Donna. Are you talking about me? I used to do true crime addiction. My true crime channel blew up at Donna. I had over 1.5 million views. It's been an education, Lauren, says Donna. That's amazing, Lauren. I don't have a channel as such. Bully Lauren, Eli is goofy at times. I'm guilty of going at Eli many times, but I'm also responsible for introducing him to who are now the Eli haters, sadly. But I am no longer friends with those people either. Eli is right in saying those people haven't grown up. Maybe entertaining is a better word than goofy, LOL. The drama is boring, like kids in the playground. Yeah. Sorry I had to read that fast because I really got to get going. We are at 53 minutes. And, man, that game's going to be starting soon. I still got to go to the market, which is fine. I told Don that I'm going to probably miss the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game in the first quarter. Not a big deal. It's okay. The supermarket will be less busy once the game starts anyway. Right before the game is when the supermarket's the most busiest. Yeah, Lauren, I don't think you are. I'm not holding you responsible for introducing me to the people that have come at me. Because oh no, there's the conehead dog. That's the conehead dog. Look at the conehead dog. I was talking about the conehead dog yesterday that was barking at me. Don and I have a dog just like that. He's part pit bull and part something else. It looks kind of like a golden retriever almost, but tighter fur. I'm not holding you accountable for that, Lauren. I'm not blaming you for that at all. Each individual is responsible for their own actions, Lauren. Like, just because you introduce me to certain people doesn't mean that you're responsible for their actions. Yeah, as a collaborator, I'm going to say, hey, Lauren, who the hell did you introduce me to? But that's as far as it goes, because you might have had good experiences with them, and maybe they just decided to treat me badly, or maybe they saw a way to exploit me for their own benefit, which is what they did, Lauren. I appreciate you being honest about it, but the bottom line is this, Lauren, is every individual, male or female, is responsible for their own actions, right? And yes, all these drama channels are getting boring. I was talking about this yesterday. The same people, and I'm not just talking about a few people. I'm talking about 20 or 30 creators, maybe even more, between multiple communities I've been a part of over the last 6 years. These people continue to do the same thing year after year after year after year. They regurgitate the same stuff, and you're right, Lauren. It gets old. It's boring. Because this has been around now for so many years. People doing the same thing in different communities. You attack other YouTubers, you go real life on them, or you pretend to go real life on them, or you make up lies about them, right? To get them to react, and then have a back and forth going. All of that type of content, people are tired of. Even people that once enjoyed that type of content are bored of it. You used to enjoy creating it, Lauren. You just don't even... The reason why you haven't been on YouTube, Lauren, yes, you've been busy, but honestly, if you really still enjoy doing what you used to do, you would have found a way to do at least a couple more streams recently. But you don't have the passion for it anymore, right? At least in the drama world, right? And I can respect you for that, and I commend you for that. Yes, you're right. Yeah, Lauren, I'll tell you this. I've been very tired lately. And in the past, I was also very tired. In the past, I felt the need to fight through being tired instead of getting sleep. I would do these late night streams because I felt the need to respond to people on YouTube that were trash talking me or questioning, my qualifications, right? And I've gotten to the point of where it's like I don't feel the need to respond to anyone. So when I'm tired now, I just don't work. If I'm tired, I'll sleep, and I'll do content when I have time and when I have the energy for it. Drama is entertainment for many people, makes them feel better about themselves because their own lives are so unfulfilled. They're miserable. They're miserable fucking clowns, Donna. You're right. I've been saying that for years. People that enjoy drama are miserable clowns. Bottom line. I got to run, folks. Join us tonight after the 49er Lions game, which is starting shortly at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific. After the game ends, about 3 hours or so, it should be about 3 hours on average. At 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Don and I will be on the couch live. It's a members-only chat. You will need to have at least a $4.99 membership package to join us there. Get your membership packages and join us tonight. We're going to be talking about how to become a better person. And Don and I have a lot to share. You're not going to want to miss it. With that being said, see you then later. See you, AZ Prado. Okay, see you later, says Lauren. Okay, Donna, bye all. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Take care. Go Niners. Be good to each other.